Hello. So this is my tutorial on how to improve your Rubik's Cube. I got this cube for a couple of quid off eBay. I'm going to use it for a modification shape mod probably. So that's it. But when I got it, it virtually didn't move. It was as if someone had lubed it up with sand probably. It was that sticky. It was just crap. Awful cube. So first of all, you just start by taking the cube apart, tilt the top layer 45 and just snap out the middle piece, as you just see me do in the video there, and then all the other pieces will just fall out. So just continue on until you take all the pieces out. It's quite easy. That one's a bit hard there. Right. So all the pieces are out and you're just left with the centerpiece and the four caps. So I've removed the stickers from these, but I'm going to be resticking it with better stickers anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you want to remove the stickers, you're best getting a craft knife or an X-Acto knife and just catching the edge just underneath, peeling it back, and then just sticking it onto a plastic surface. Then you can use these stickers again, just reapply them to where they were. Like I say, I'm not bothered about my stickers. I've got better stickers anyway, so I'll just be taking these all off. I'm going to shape mod it and then reapply new stickers. Right. Okay, so that's the stickers removed. The last one done there. So if you want to take them all off, you just go around your entire cube, take every sticker off every piece. I'm just leaving the rest on for now, I'm not really bothered. Leave as it is. Right, so you want to take your corn out with your centerpieces on. Now the centerpieces have got caps on them, but the caps are glued on. A little dab of glue on each four sides, and they are quite hard to get off. I just stuck a knife in and just twisted them off, but be careful because I did stick the knife in my finger as well. So when you're doing it on a flat surface, just put something on your hand that you're holding the cube with. They will come off with a little bit of force, or you could use a little screwdriver, that'll break it off as well. Just be careful not to snap the caps as you're taking them off, but if you're going to glue them back on, it doesn't really matter because you can just glue them back together, I suppose. So once you removed all your caps, you can get to the actual insides. Now, unlike most cubes you buy, like the speed cubes you buy, this cube is riveted in, so you can't adjust the tension. You can't adjust anything at all. So I've put a lube inside it, and I've used cube lube from puzzle.co.uk, which I got a while ago. It's not great, it's very watery, but for this it's quite ideal. Because it's so watery, it will actually just sink down through the mechanism, whereas a thicker lube which would not do that at all. So you see there's just I don't know, sort of like a little cup with the head of the rivet sits in. So I just filled that with a bit of lube, and then just move the piece around, just give it a little wiggle, try and get that lube worked in. So what you want to do is really work it in so it's sort of moving down the stem, so the entire piece starts to move more freely. See, it's starting to spin a bit better. I've already previously done this to this cube, but when I first got it, when you spun it your finger, it didn't move at all. It just moved, and as soon as you took your finger off, it stopped. So you can see it's a lot better now, and that's just from pouring a bit of lube down the middle. You then need to go around all the other 5 pieces. Once you've done that, just work it in. Make sure the lube's all the way down the rivet. Okay. Next, you're going to need to glue the caps back onto the centerpieces. I'm using some Loctite super glue. I use it. It's quite easy to use from this dispenser type bottle. Then you probably don't know what you've got left. I haven't got much left in this one, so I'm really trying to squeeze it out. But just make sure you get all the silicone lube off your pieces first. So just wipe the caps off, because I've put the caps back on off. There's all lube all over them there, so just wipe it all off there. Make sure they're all clean, because you want to get a good stick on them. Just wipe the tops of the cubes as well, just to make sure there's no silicone on the contact points where the glue is going to go. And then you want to just put a thin line of glue all the way around the outside of the cube where the cap will contact it. Doesn't have to be very much at all. This glue is very, very sticky. If you've got it in your fingers, you'll know how sticky it is. So just put a little bit on all the way around. Yeah, like I said, my glue's running out, so I'm really having to sort of squeeze a bit on, just whizzle it round. But like I said, you don't need much at all, to be fair. So you just pop the cap on, and that'll just stick in seconds. Watch your fingers, because it will stick to your fingers as well. I've stuck loads of things to my fingers. It's ridiculous. it's hard to get off. You have to get off the spoon. Anyway, so you got all the caps on. So that's it. All the caps are stuck on. It's spinning quite freely. It's spinning really nice, actually. It's a lot nicer than it was. I'm really, really happy that it's turned out there. So what you have to do now is just you want to get all your pieces together, and what you're looking at is you've got 4 of these. No, sorry, 4. We've got 8 of these corner pieces. Okay. And then we've got 12 of these edge pieces. So what we're going to do now is we're going to modify the corners and edge pieces with some sandpaper. Now I'm using some 80 grit, which is a pretty heavy duty sandpaper. You don't want to go too hard with this stuff because it will just destroy the cube. You want to use it really lightly. It's quite cheap to buy. It's worth buying a decent brand as it will last. That's some 600 wet and dry. I can use that for just making it look a bit nicer. Internal bits I'm not too bothered about, but if it's external and you've got a scratch, you can smooth it off with the wet and dry. So first of all, you've got your edge pieces there. You can see it's got like a sort of a tab that sticks out of it. What you're looking to do is just round off the edges there and there, so it's just less flat and there's no angles on it. And then on the inside, again, you want to just see, if you've been using the cube, you'll see little scratch marks where it's been moving anyway, so you're just basically sanding off and rounding where it's been moving across. It's quite easy to do. If you're using that heavy duty sandpaper, you don't need to use much pressure. Again, the same with the corner pieces. You're just looking at it and there's 3 points of contact, 3 edges, and they're just quite angular, so you just round the nose off, get the corners a bit round, so you've not got any sort of like actual sort of square or angular edges. You just make it smooth as you move inside. That's it. So you just sand away, but like I said, with that heavy duty sandpaper, don't go too hard with it. If you're using something a bit lighter, like a 200, you can work it a bit harder. I personally wouldn't use like a Dremel or anything like that, because you probably will destroy the cube if you use a Dremel. It's just too aggressive. You don't need to take much off at all. You're just literally looking to just take the edges off those corners there. I can see I've done in the video there. It's just taking the edges off, and that's all you need to do. See that? Yeah, it's just a little bit rounder. Just makes it move so much easier. It won't catch anymore. It just moves nicer. That's all you're looking to do. You can see that properly. Yeah, you should be able to see that properly on the video there. Yeah. Okay. So when you're sanding the edge pieces, you're doing the same with the corners. You just do it lightly, depending on what sort of sandpaper you're using. Again, don't use a Dremel on it. just sand all the pieces as shown there. So once you've got them all done, you're looking to now, well, you're looking now to reassemble your cube. Start off, you just want to take an edge piece and just sort of slot it in, rotate it round so it's flat onto the base. As you can see there, just stuck in the edge there. Take another edge piece and just rotate that round so that's flat onto the floor as well. You see you've made like a sort of L shape now with those two pieces. Okay. Right, now you just want to take one of the corner pieces, just make sure they're square, take one of the corner pieces and just slot that into the middle of those two edge pieces. That just literally drops in, there's no forcing to get there, it just drops straight in there. Take another edge piece, slide that in, and then take another corner piece after that. And you want to drop a corner piece into that corner closest to me. Now you just go around the entire cube and just continue, just put an edge in. And then drop another corner in. It's quite easy to do this, you just keep going around, drop another corner in there. And then for your centre, you just want to drop corners in. Not corners, sorry, you want to drop edge pieces in there. So put your 4 edge pieces in that middle row, and now you just again edge piece, pop a corner in, slide it round, put an edge piece in, another corner, slide it round, just keep going round and round. You'll notice I've not really got the colours in any sort of proper order, but like I said, I'm taking the stickers off so it doesn't matter. But if you are putting it back and you're keeping the stickers on, make sure you put the stickers back on in the correct order, otherwise you'll never be able to solve your cube. So you just keep going around, so all the pieces back in, and then the last piece, same way as you had to force it out to start the cube, you need to force it back in to rebuild it. Just clicks back in, quite easy there, and that is the cube rebuilt. Like you can see, it moves a lot better than it did before. Like I said, when I first got it, I virtually couldn't move the thing, it was that bad, and that is really, really slick now. I mean, it's not as good as any speed cubes you might get. I've got a design sheet. It's nowhere near as good as that, but it's a lot better. And now it's ready for modding. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.